Radio Roundup.
Good evening, Classic Radio Roundup.
Beginning to go check my calendar, make sure it was Wednesday. It's awful quiet. Hiya, Joker.
Good evening. Time is 7:58.
That's close enough to Classic Radio Roundup to start Classic Radio Roundup.
Better step on the gas.
How much more gas do you need me to step on?
You just don't sound like you.
Well, I don't know who I sound like, but I assure you, I'm me.
Yeah, you sound kind of bassy today, too. I don't know what that's all about. That might be my radio, too. Don't know.
Oh, hang on, I was on the wrong antenna.
Well, there you go.
That changes everything.
Yeah, well, these things will happen from time to time. Yeah, there you go. These things happen from time to time, I don't know what to tell you. Hey, that wasn't a bad signal then, though, with my beam to the northeast.
Oh, you were on the tri-band beam. I'm thinking you were on the wire.
No, I was on a tri-band beam. I can't get on the wire from the CB radios.
Oh, I thought you could, because you kept switching. Oh, okay, you were on the Yaesu when you did that. Okay, never mind.
That's correct.
Alrighty. Alright, I think I'm all set up here. A little bit of spur going on, but not too bad, I guess. Yeah, there's a little bit of that going on. Oh well.
Do I sound more like me now?
Yeah. Still a little on the bassy side, but then, I don't know, I'm on my SBE Trinidad, so God only knows what that could be doing to you.
Well, I'm on my Regency CR123B with my Thermos Super Sidekick.
Oh, you're on a Super Sidekick. That explains everything. Okay.
Yeah. Well, I guess I could put a D104 on, but this is already married to it, so...
Is that the 3-pin plug?
Oh, I mean an adapter granter.
I was going to say, because you had the Sidekick on the Cobra 19 last week, and I'm like, that's a 4-pin.
Yeah, I got a 3-pin to 4-pin adapter granter.
Oh, that's good. Then you can put any mic on there, then.
Yeah, I wonder if I could put my Silver Eagle on there without squealing. I'm going to have to try it.
You know, I bet it works, and I'll tell you why when you try it.
Hello, testicles 1, 2.
There you go. It's working.
Level good?
Yeah, it's good.
Oh, I mean, is it 1970 CB radio good?
Well, no, it's not blasting loud, but then, Train would probably approve of it the way it is now.
Alright, I guess I leave it be then. Hang on. Just my carrier power. Alright, I'll leave it be.
Yeah, so anyway, my theory is the reason your mic squeals on all these other radios is because the receive wire is shorted somehow to the transmit wire. In other words, the red and the black are somehow shorted together because when you transmit, the receive is still engaged on electronic switching radios, so that's why you squeal into the speaker like that. That particular radio is relay switched, so that doesn't become a problem.
Yeah, well, it's a 3-wire. So I guess I'm gonna have to get in there and figure out what's going on at some point when I get done all these multitude of other projects I'm working on.
Yeah, I don't know if it's occurring in the mic plug or if it's something in the mic. But somewhere along the line, the red and the black are somehow tied together. You could probably take an ohm meter to the two and verify that.
Yeah, I may ask you to remind me of that sometime in the future, because I'm going to forget it by the time I get time to get to it.
Yeah. But that's what made the most sense to me.
Yeah. Yeah, it was worth a try, and I'm glad I did, because then, it narrows down what the issue probably is.
Yeah, it's working really good on that radio, so yeah, it's relay switched. It would probably work okay on your SBE Trinidad. It would probably work okay on the Shakespeare and other radios that are relay switched.
I said. Yeah, well, that's all good news. I think it did work on the Shakespeare.
Yeah, and that's not surprising. If that, if what I say is true, it makes perfect sense.
Well, it does now, but it didn't until now.
Well, no time like the present.
Oh, I ain't doing anything about it now. I'm all soldered out. I built my buffer relay on a PC board tonight, so I was busy.
Buffer relay? What are you buffering?
The buffer amplifier. I built it on an actual PC board, and I have it in a case. I just have to finish it up. I got to build a standoff. So I mount it in the case, and then hook up my what do you call them? BNCs.
Oh, nice. When you put it on the PC board, did you try it? Is it working?
No, I haven't tried it. I want to complete it, and then I'll try it.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it's going to work. I mean, I built it the same way, followed the schematic and everything. I don't have power to it yet. I don't have it mounted yet, and I don't have the BNCs hooked up yet. That's as far as I got tonight, and I'm like, that's good enough. Everything's on the board, soldered in place, checked and double-checked against the schematic, so hopefully I didn't miss anything.
Very good.
So, anyway, it's it's sitting on top of the radio on the video gate.
Oh, nice. I'll make sure I look for it.
I don't know how well it's going to come through on the video, but you can see that it's there, and, you can tell it's a PC board with stuff on it.
PC board stuffed with stuff.
Yeah, it's not that hard of a circuit. It was, it's kind of easy, but it's kind of cool because it serves a major purpose that would otherwise wouldn't, I would need something. So it's kind of cool.
Anything that you build yourself and it works is very cool.
Yeah, especially with zero academic instruction on electronics.
Zero as in like 05 Institute of Amplifier Repair and
Yeah, except my amplifiers, like I don't try to blow them up.
No, you don't try to.
No, I build them for the service that they're built for, and then don't try and blow them up. Of course, my amplifier here is a lot lower powered than the ones he was building.
Not by a whole hell of a lot.
Well, my amplifier only puts out minus 10 dBm.
Oh, on that thing. Okay, that amplifier. Okay, yeah.
10 dBm is a long way from plus 10 dB, ain't it?
Well, what did I say? Zero is 10 milliwatts?
I think you might have said that. So what am I at, minus? Oh no, you said 10. What am I, maybe 1 milliwatt?
Well, that would be minus 10 dB.
1 milliwatt is minus 10?
Yeah, let me make sure here. My memory just doesn't work anymore.
That almost makes sense.
time again.
Hello, Bite Buster. Welcome to the Classic Radio Roundup.
Yes, sir. Like I said, it's that time again.
Yeah, the best night of the week, almost.
I was off.
Oh, yeah? What were you off by?
0 dBm is equal to 1 milliwatt.
So, what am I at? 100th of a milliwatt?
A tenth of a milliwatt.
A tenth. That's 0.01. Right? A tenth of a milliwatt would be 0.01 watts?
0.1.
Oh, that's a hundredth.
0.1 milliwatts.
Oh, you're right. That is a tenth. Never mind. I'm thinking in the wrong decimals and junk, but even that's not right anyway. But yeah, okay. 0.1 milliwatts? Yee.
That's what I'd call flea power. Although Billy could probably drive his Harris amp with that.
Well, I could drive a crystal socket with it.
Yeah.
JR didn't like the way it sounded on Sunday night.
What, on sideband?
Yeah.
Nobody liked the way it sounded?
JR certainly didn't. Like I was told it's not my best sounding radio, which I agree with.
Well, I mean, it's really hard to drive that transverter properly and keep it linear. When I had it over here, you know, I was trying to reduce the drive as best I could so, you know, it wouldn't, you know, slam over, you know, with no drive at all hardly. And it's very, very easy to go full out on that thing, and you don't want it to overdrive, and then, you know, and that's, you know, yeah, the finals have to be biased and everything, and yeah. Oh, and plus it's out of band.
Oh yeah, has a plus.
I mean, if it was on 10 meters, it'd probably sound better.
That's amazing that putting it out of band like that would make it sound bad.
Well, it's out of tune, you know. The radio's out of tune, and the transverter's out of tune.
Oh yeah, the radio is absolutely out of tune. I didn't even think of that. It is down in 143 megahertz somewhere.
Yeah, and it's not designed to go down there.
Yeah, well, it's still a cool project, kind of fun, just different. Even if it ain't the greatest barn burner, that's fine. That was never the intention.
Say, I want to know how those guys that were captured and were POWs, you know, and they created a radio somehow, and they tapped out Morse code to whatever, get rescued.
Well, I don't know about them making transmitters, but they made crystal receivers are pretty easy. You don't need a whole lot. Coil of wire and a razor blade, pretty much.
I did that in like 4th grade. Me and another buddy from my neighborhood. That was our project at school, and we had we had wire, like 25 foot of wire wired up in the classroom trying for an antenna.
I once built a one-tube regen receiver that ran off of 12 volts with plug-in coils, so I could get the AM broadcast band and all through the shortwave band with plug-in coils. And that was cool, running a tube off of 12 volts. I thought that was pretty cool. And I have that schematic around here somewhere, and I wish I would run into it again, because I went and sold that thing on the flea bay for like $50, believe it or not. So I want to build another one just for myself. I didn't think anybody would buy it. Somebody did. And now I can't find my schematic to build another one.
So you didn't take any pictures of it, huh?
Well, there's pictures somewhere, but that wouldn't help me with the schematic part. I know how to build it mechanically, just don't remember the schematic. But I believe the tube was a 12, it was either a 12AU7 or a 12AX7, I think, or a 12AT7, was one of them. Thing actually worked pretty well. I was surprised at how well it worked. Running a 12-volt filament tube with 12 volts to the plate. I didn't think it would work, and it did. I was amazed.
Yeah, it just goes to show you that you don't need hundreds of volts on a tube to make it work.
No. 12 volts to the plate, 12 volts to the filament, and it worked. I couldn't believe it.
I used to sell radios that ran on battery power that were tube. And they ran on like 22 volts or something like that on a plate.
I got a couple of those radios here with the intentions of restoring them. They're quote-unquote portable radios from like the 1950s. And I think you're right about the B plus was like 22 volts. And they used 2 D batteries, and they were 1-volt filament tubes.
Yeah, they usually had a combination of batteries. They had like 1.5-volt D cells, and then they had like a 22, one of those old B batteries or whatever, like 22.5 volts, something like that. I don't think they make those batteries anymore, but that's their quote-unquote portable radio, battery-powered tube radio. Imagine that.
Break.
Yeah, I got a couple of them here. I'd like to get one of them going. Go ahead, Brigger.
Yeah, how's it going tonight? Kilowatt, come check it in. Come on.
Good evening, Kilowatt. Welcome to the Classic Radio Roundup.
Yeah.
How's everybody doing in this nice cold weather?
Oh, man, it's almost like tropical weather compared to what we've had the last 3 weeks, so I'm doing fine.
Burning a little less wood.
Yeah, and there's not that much wood left to burn.
Right? Yeah, I guess everybody's getting the end of that pile. I gotta throw some in the wheelbarrow and move it from one pile to the next.
Oh, just look at the bright side. You got all that ash to spread all over your yard and fertilize it.
My wife already took out a big bucket.
Yeah, I fill a bucket of ash like every couple of days, and it would probably last a week, but the wife, she sees it half full and it disappears. Then I gotta go get to the other one that's been sitting outside cooling off. Because I don't want to dump it before it's good and cool, because I'll set the woods on fire. So I just let it sit. Even with snow on the ground. Nope, you can't dump it. Gotta let it sit outside a couple days to set the woods on fire.
She put it in the garden.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to do that. It might burn down your antennas.
They got French fries.
Yeah, I don't need to be burning down my antenna supports. Yeah, if my trees burned down, I'd lose 3 antennas.
That would suck.
Oh, then you'd have more firewood.
Well, not if the trees burned down, I wouldn't. I'd have a big pile of ash.
Well, they don't burn all the way down. You ever try to burn out a stump?
No, but yeah, even when there are forest fires, they don't burn completely. Not the bigger trees.
It was the weirdest thing. We were driving out west, and when you drive through a place that there was a forest fire, we're like now say we're going 60 miles an hour. We're going for like 15 minutes, and it's burned as far as you can see.
Oh yeah, I've seen the aftermath. And then you go back 10 years later, and then it looks like nothing ever happened.
Yeah, all green.
Yep. They can Forests can bounce back pretty quickly if they're left alone.
I know there's some trees that they drop. The only time the cones open is when there is a fire and it pops the seed out.
Well, I guess there's fresh seeds all over California because they don't do any kind of forest maintenance anymore because it's bad for the environment. So we just let the wildfires take over.
Yeah, wildfires are good for the environment, believe it or not.
Yeah, they're not real good for neighborhoods, though.
All depends what neighborhood.
Well, I suppose you're right.
Well, if you wanted to burn down a neighborhood so that you can come in there and redevelop it and sell it for 3 times what it was worth before, then,
Yeah, you deny permits for the landowners to rebuild, keep denying the permits, and then they sell for pennies on the dollar. The developer comes in and scoops all them up, and they can fight and get the permits, and then they build and get rich.
And then the government can turn around and tax the heck out of them, and they make their money, so everybody's happy, except for the people that used to live there.
Yep, everybody's happy except for the people who used to live there. Yep, that's the plan.
Only in California.
Hawaii, too.
Democrats. A whole lot of them.
Damn dirty dogs.
Yeah, I'm not going to say how I really feel.
No, because then you might be accused of being cantankerous before your time.
But we'll keep egging you on.
It's all right. I'm not biting that hook. There's too many whiners out there that might drop the dime on me and report me as a red flag offender or some nonsense. Who knows?
Well, on a totally unrelated note, any activity on 160 tonight? I didn't hear anybody there.
I was listening. I didn't hear anybody. I didn't bother keying up because I was working hard with the soldering iron.
Yeah, I'm still getting S9 noise. That just never quits. I figured if there was anybody in there with any kind of signal like Steve or you or Dave or somebody, I'd hear them, but not a thing.
Actually, I take that back. At about 6:30, there was a four-lander calling CQ.
I wouldn't have heard him.
No, I had him in an S9, so you wouldn't have heard him.
If you had him in an S9, then I probably, even if I had no noise level, I might hear him barely. But he ain't going to get over my S9 noise level.
Yeah, my noise level is like an S4.
Yeah, the mount for that antenna is kind of encased in ice right now. When the snow's off the roof, I got a couple of things I want to try.
Well, St. Patty's Day is right around the corner, and then it's not too long. It'll be Easter. We're on the downward slope of the 3 months of suck finally.
Yeah, the 3 months of suck are zipping on through, which in a way is a scary thing because that just goes to show you're getting older. Even a lousy time of the year goes by fast.
And we're still due for something big yet.
I noticed this morning when I went to work, I got in the work parking lot and ooh, there's lightness in the sky.
Yeah, it doesn't start getting dark until a little after 5 now, so yeah, we're picking up daylight. And then sometime next month we set the clocks ahead.
That's always nice when that happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still don't understand the whole idea. It doesn't make any sense.
Well, it did 100 years ago, but not so much anymore. It's time to knock that nonsense off.
Absolutely.
Go to daylight savings time and stay there.
Yeah. I mean, when you work for a living and you have a home to maintain, the last thing you want to do is come home from work, eat dinner, and then watch the sun go down. And you go like, I got all these chores I got to do. It's nice to have an extra hour or a daylight at the end of the day. Don't care if I get up in the dark and drive to work in the dark because I'm going to work. But when I come home from work, I want daylight.
Yeah, that daylight is less useful in the morning. It's more useful in the evening.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I'm sure if Trump proposes it, that the Democrats will hate it for some reason.
Yeah, I saw a meme on Faceplant the other day where Trump was giving a speech that breathing air was good for you, and Democrats are all holding their breath, turning blue.
It's pretty much how they are. Even if they were all for the same thing 20 years ago, they're all against it now.
Another meme where Trump finds a cure for cancer. Democrats are protesting. Cancer has rights too.
Yeah, I saw that one. Yeah, cancer has rights too.
Yeah, I'd probably bombard you guys with all kinds of stuff.
You already do.
That's right. That's what I'm saying.
I sit there at work and my phone's going ring, ring. Mike sent you a reel. Ring. Mike sent you a reel. Ring. Mike sent you a reel.
I see all that stuff from a multitude of places, so, you know.
My wife sends me other stuff too. It's pretty much Mike and my wife send me this stuff.
Oh, no more 507, huh?
Oh, I haven't heard from him for over a week.
Really? I wonder what he's up to. I hope he's okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm wondering if he's mad at me for that one night, because that's kind of when he evaporated. I can't imagine that has anything to do with it, but I don't know what else happened. So I sent him a text Sunday night. Any radio tonight? I got silence.
Wow. Jeez, I hope he's, well, I hope everything's okay, mentally, physically, and otherwise.
Oh, yeah, I hope it's all okay. I hope he's not mad at me, because can't imagine that's anything to be mad about, but I don't know.
He's mad that you got mad.
Well, that's no reason to be mad, and I wasn't mad. I just didn't feel like dealing with it, so instead of getting mad, I just, walked away. So, it's always my best course of action when I don't want to get wound up. I walk away.
Yeah, so you went from frustrated and saved yourself from getting angry.
Hey, so what do you think about this supposed kidnapping?
I've only been hearing bits and pieces of it. I haven't been following it too closely. The whole thing seems kind of fishy from what I do know.
What's this proposal?
The kidnapping of the newscaster, and what is she, Arizona or New Mexico or something?
Oh, Savannah Guthrie's mother. Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. I'm trying to figure out what the angle is, but so far, I don't know.
Extortion. Money.
Yeah, but why her, of all people?
Easy target.
Yeah, and no proof of life, though.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. Like, kidnappers, if you kill kill the kidnapped victim, you got nothing. So I don't understand. The whole thing don't make sense.
The whole thing should be, it's a private thing. You don't go to the freaking newspaper and say, I want X amount of dollars.
Well, it took, 2 days for the ransom note to even appear at all?
Well, that's all right, but you don't go to the newspapers. You would go to the family.
Yeah, the whole thing, what I do know about it, seems kind of fishy.
Yeah, stinky kind of fishy.
Yeah, it's just weird.
Yeah, I don't really know who she is. Like I hear about it, but I'm not really paying attention.
Yeah, you don't know who's who, who's what. You don't have a clue.
I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Did you watch any of the Super Bowl commercials at all?
No, I did not. I did not watch the Super Bowl. Didn't watch any Super Bowl commercials. Nor did I bother with that halftime show for any. There would be no reason for me to watch that, and I obviously didn't miss anything that was worthwhile.
Well, what I was getting at was that they had an advertisement from Ring, the cameras that you put at your doorbell or whatever, that, if you lost your dog and take a picture of your dog, then you have all your neighbors who have Ring, and if that dog happens to walk by a Ring camera, you'll be notified. So what is that telling you? I mean, if they're tracking the dog, what else are they tracking?
Anything that comes in front of the camera. Who didn't know that?
Yeah, but I'm saying, it's definitely invasion of privacy, really.
Well, you have no expectation of privacy in anywhere that's a public area.
That's right.
But, if the government wants to find you, it doesn't take long, because everybody in the world has one of those freaking Ring cameras.
So I'll drive around with a Richard Nixon mask on while I'm in my car. Seeing as how I don't walk anywhere.
Another thing is, that the kidnapping victim didn't have she didn't get that service where they would, record the video. But yet, they still had it.
Oh yeah, they're going to record the video, but if you want it, you got to pay for it. But we're going to keep it.
That's another thing. And how long are they keeping that?
What do you think all these data centers are about?
Collecting data.
Yeah, welcome to George Orwell's 1984. We're here.
Yeah, that's the scary part about it. All these data centers are there for AI to keep expanding and probing into everybody's personal business, and if it wasn't too much of a pain in the butt, I just want to completely remove all traces of a digital footprint, so there's nothing to track, but it's really hard to do.
Didn't any of us learn anything from Terminator movies?
Yeah, right? I said that to somebody. I was like, I'm not a big fan of the AI. I saw Terminator too many times.
What I want to know is how the Terminator had a German accent.
Well, it must have been his programmer. Isn't he Austrian? Isn't that right?
Oh, Austria, Germany, same thing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they speak German. I was pretty sure he was Austrian, though.
Yeah, my grandparents came from there.
Hello, radio.
Hello, Doug.
How you doing? Just checking in.
Oh, speaking of checking in, where's Wayne?
Hiya, Doug. Where's Wayne?
How you doing, Pete? Who is that in the background?
Which background?
The guy that was talking about the cameras, door cameras. I got like about an S3 on them.
Oh, that's Bite Buster.
Yeah, Bite Buster, how you doing?
I'm always here.
And I'm here. I'm listening.
Hello, Wayne.
There's Wayne.
Hi, Doug. Hi, Dave. Hi, Pete. Bite Buster, if you can hear me, hi.
Yeah, I hear you.
He hears you. Do you hear him?
No, I heard him last night on Sunday night on sideband.
Yeah, it's because my power is super high on sideband.
Your power is higher and his noise is lower.
And your bandwidth is narrower, so signal to noise is better.
And I got an S6 noise level from my heat exchanger.
I've got an odd buzzing noise tonight that I don't usually have, but it's been in here since I started, and I switched to a different radio, and it's in that receiver too, so it's not something in this radio, but it's annoying.
I got 20 dB worth of preamp, and my needle's sitting at the bottom of the scale.
Yeah, let's wish for a temporary power outage for another hour and a half.
Yeah, you should arrange for power outages every Wednesday night from 8 to 10.
Yeah, exactly. I can fire up the generator and away I go.
Alright, well I just checked in real quick, so I'm gonna go back and watch a movie I was watching with the better half. I'll check in later.
Aha. Okay. Priorities. I get it. I'll catch you later, Doug.
See you later, Doug. And there was that green dog I heard in there earlier?
Yeah, who are we gonna kidnap next?
Hiya, Greenie.
I don't know, maybe it's broke.
Well, what do you think about that case?
Greenie, can you hear Bite Buster?
I do hear Bite Buster. Does Bite Buster hear me?
Yes, I'm asking you, what do you think about that case, the kidnapping business?
Oh man, I've only caught little bits and pieces of it on the news, on the radio. Honestly, I don't know. It seems a little off. You know, and the mother had medications she was supposed to take to keep her alive, or possibly her life depended on it. Did they leave the house with the medication? Is she still alive? I guess we will never know.
Yeah, and she's got a pacemaker.
Well, that just gets your heart back in rhythm. That doesn't really mean too much, I don't think.
Well, kind of means that she's not in the greatest of health.
Yeah, you got a point there, Pete.
Well, the thing that I thought was odd was that there was blood at the doorway, you know, and I thought, well, maybe she was attacked by a cougar or something and drug away.
Well, you know, that whole blood at the scene thing, you know, is something to consider. But then the two days later, there's the ransom note, and then there was some the daughter read something on the air or on TV or interview or something about her mother, and she's real nice, and if you just get to know her, or something to that effect. It was almost a direct quote from the movie The Silence of the Lambs. I find that kind of fishy.
Well, you know, Clarice.
So, Pete, what you're saying is you think it might be an inside job.
Well, it kind of seems that way. Like maybe there was an accident, you know, and they killed Mom, and it was some sort of accident, somebody, and they want to deflect, and I don't know. So they make this whole thing up to deflect, you know. I mean, that's not unheard of.
I think you might be onto something though, Pete, and I was kind of thinking the same thing when Bite Buster asked me, you know, what do I think of it all? It very well could have been, you know, inside job, get that life insurance money, have the masked man show up on the door and be seen on camera, and then, 2 days later, let's see a ransom note.
Yeah, it's not like she needs the money though. So I mean, it's hard to sell that angle. But maybe an accident happened and nobody wanted to get blamed for murder or wanted some kind of didn't want any kind of scandal or something. So they just made her disappear. I don't know. I'm just speculating. But that whole press conference address that the daughter read off of and she talked about, there was a complete line in there. There was almost a direct quote from a line in The Silence of the Lambs, and I heard that on a talk radio show either today or yesterday, and they brought it up. And they played the movie clip, and then they played her at this press conference. I'm like, oh my God!
I didn't think she sounded so upset. She kind of was monotone about the whole, when she was reading the outcry to the public or whatever. Yeah, she was kind of monotone. I don't think I could do that. I would be so upset.
White Buster, look into that connection with The Silence of the Lambs. If you could find that clip and then find where she says it, it's almost the exact same thing. Now, that's not something like that. I don't know. That's too coincidental to not be a coincidence. I know you'll be able to unearth that. You're a sleuth.
Yeah, what's her last name?
Isn't it Guthrie?
That could just be one of those things out of the playbook of like hostage negotiation, that they use those lines because it's the getting them to feel comfortable and humanizing a person instead of making them just an object.
Something like that.
Kidnappings really are kind of rare because they're hard to make successful.
Hey, Bagger, you said her name before. What is it?
Dave, what's that woman's name?
What woman?
The daughter.
Oh, Savannah Guthrie.
Savannah Guthrie. Yeah, that name's not sticking because I just don't know who she is to begin with.
She's a left-winger on one of the, I think she's on NBC News? I forget, one of the alphabet news outlets.
Yeah, I wonder if it's sort of a Jesse Smollett kind of case.
Yeah, I mean, you wonder about that, something is staged to cover up something else.
That's the vibe that I get from it, from the whole thing, from what I know about it. It just seems too much like a staged cover-up kind of situation. It just doesn't ring true, especially since kidnappings are so rare anyway.
Only in America.
Oh, my phone's dinging. Fightbuster must be sending me a reel.
Or maybe 507 is listening.
You found it. I knew you would find it.
Here you go.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to listen to that again. I'm gonna have to watch the whole thing. But I just heard the comparison of the movie line to what she said.
That's totally strange.
Of all the movie lines to pick from, you're gonna pick that one?
Well, she is in show business.
Yeah, you're right. Newscasters are now nothing more than entertainers.
At least they used that line out of the movie. There's so many more inappropriate lines.
So, my son works with a guy who's, in his company, he formed a company with a guy who is ex-FBI. And this guy goes on television and, what they call him in certain things and asked his opinion. You know how they always have these experts on. And so he asked him about this case, and he said, you know, it's one of two things. It's either money or revenge.
Well, that's pretty much what just about 100% of life is about, money or revenge.
So if it's revenge, you're never going to see that woman again. And they're not going to figure out who did it.
Yeah, kidnapping is a hard crime to pull off successfully. Yeah, it really is. I mean, you got a better chance of robbing a bank.
The thing is that you could tell, you know, if that video is real, you know, the whole thing was not planned, because how are you going to disable a camera? You're not going to hold a stupid plant up to it. You're going to hit spray paint on it.
A piece of electrical tape.
I don't know, spray paint works from a while, pretty far back.
Well, there's a whole lot of ways of doing it without grabbing a shrub and trying to smear a shrub on it.
Right, and another thing is the way they held the gun. They put the gun like right in the crotch area. Who does that? Who does that?
Oh, there's Top Gun. Yo, Happy New Year there, Top Gun. It's been some time, buddy. Good to hear you on the Classic Radio Roundup. Oh, it's going on. The gang's all here on the Classic Radio Roundup.
That's right. Yeah, same stuff, different day. You know how that goes. Yeah. We're halfway through the 3 months of suck. Pretty soon it'll be spring, and hopefully camping season, boating season, outdoor motorcycle season, and all that other good stuff that we sit here and complain about all winter long. Oh yeah, I know the feeling. Yeah, well, I mean, this year I can say this will be the 50th year that I've been a driver. A licensed driver for 50 years. Man, oh man. Yeah, I'm waiting for the cop to finally pull me over and give me a speeding ticket, and I'll have to tell him, like, you wouldn't.
I hear someone out in the
50
distance.
years of driving. That's our first speeding ticket.
Yeah, it is.
We're just trying to stay.
I think there's other people talking in there that are further away from us. No.
Top Gun, you sound quiet tonight. Yeah, everybody else is loud on my receive, but you sound like you're distant. All right, 10-4.
It's working. I hear you out here in a volcano crater.
They're the best kind.
I think we picked up a breaker.
Yeah, Freebird doing a show though. Yeah, just jumping in and saying hello. We're gonna disappear for a couple of minutes, huh?
No.
Jump up there for a minute.
Well, hello, Freebird. We got you checked in on the Classic Radio Roundup.
Yes, yes.
Hey, Fisherman, go up one.
That worked.
That wasn't me squealing.
No, that was me. I turned on another radio just to see if the receiver was still working, and yeah, it was.
That's not me thing, I can tell you that. I've been playing that for a while.
Can't measure right on you, Captain Bigot.
Out Dixie Dog. That old Top Gun I heard out there in the distance.
Yep.
Still wrong, man.
Let that breaker go. I gotta step out a minute. Countywide.
I'm pretty sure somebody else may respond to that breaker. I doubt he can hear me.
Well, if there's a breaker, go ahead.
There he is.
There, who is?
You're there.
Oh, okay. If you say so.
Oh, I can hear it. Who is that?
There he is, but you don't know who I am.
I know you are, but you're not making yourself, identifiable.
I'm not making myself identifiable. How am I supposed to do that?
Just like that.
Good googa mooga.
What's going on? Who's all that? Why am I having a hard time hearing people?
Oh, I don't know, man. You got noise or whatever it is.
Hey, Joker, you still with us?
Yep. I'm trying to kill two birds with one stone tonight. Trying to do some video editing and talk on the radio.
I guess that's better than trying to hit one bird with two stones and missing both times.
I would have two stones and still miss one bird. What's up there, Bite Buster?
Easier to get two birds stoned at once.
Do you think they hotbox in their bird box?
One way of doing it.
Alright, Freebird stepping aside here for a bit.
Wow, this conversation really went in a circle. What's up there, Bite Buster? I'm still here.
No, I can't hear those guys. I barely can hear, someone talking there. I don't know who that is.
I can hear most of them. I was kind of not paying attention when they were talking to, I forget who it was, but I couldn't hear him.
Oh, there he is.
Who, me?
Oh, 64.
I can't hear him.
Hey, Fisherman, are you still in there? Hey, Joker, can you hear Fisherman?
I can hear him scratching, but I couldn't have a conversation with him.
Try it.
How about a Joker? You got a copy now?
Oh, yeah, no problem now.
Hey, 10-4, we turned the beans on now.
10-4, got you in there that time, Fisherman. Yep, you got Joker here.
Hey, Roger, yeah, you're over there in Valley, right?
Yep, 10-4.
Okay, yep. We talked to you a while back there.
Yeah, I was trying to let the wheels go spinning. I think I do recall talking to you. It's been a while, though. A good amount of time.
Yeah, that's truth today. Yeah, it's been a while. I mostly just float around and listen most of the time.
10-4, well, pleasure talking to you again.
Yeah, same here. Back to you. Good hear from you again there. It's probably been, I would say about a year maybe.
Yeah, and I got the memory of a goldfish lately, so I
Yeah, time flies when you're having a good time, right?
Well, I didn't say I was having a good time. Nah, nah, it's been good. How you been? Good?
Yeah, it's all good here. I wasn't liking the weather we're getting, but we got no choice to that.
Yeah, some things in life you just gotta hold on and ride the wave.
Yeah, you gotta ride the wave, yeah. I kind of hoping it was a short wave, but it doesn't look that way.
More like a tsunami.
Yeah, that's the truth.
It's good hearing from you again, Joker. And we'll be in here off and on.
All right, man, pleasure. Hope you have a good rest of the week if I don't talk to you again. And until next time.
Yeah, Roger, yeah, you have a good coming weekend, I guess. We just went through one of them.
Yeah, that weekend went too fast.
Who's that? You say me?
Both of you.
Okay, yeah, we've done some improvements on our equipment here a little bit.
And I think somebody was out there calling for you.
Okay, I'll be listening. Whoever's trying to get a hold of the fishermen.
Did you hear him?
I heard somebody way down there in my noise level. Yeah, I'm trying. I just can't quite pull them out. I guess he has a copy on me.
Hey, Fisherman Breaker.
Okay, I got a little bit of you that time. Yeah, hello, I heard you that time.
Hey, Fisherman, it's Green Dog. I was wondering if you're the same fisherman who hung around Pottstown a couple years back. I think you were friends with Gary.
I think you said you're from Pottstown, correct? I think you said.
Yeah, I was wondering if you're the same fisherman I met years ago at Cash Converters.
I mean, there's another fisherman in Jersey. No, I'm here in Sladington here, Pennsylvania.
Yeah, where at in PA?
He's in Sladington.
Alright, then maybe I'm thinking of a different fisherman then. 10-4. Back on the side.
Roger, yeah. Yeah, we're the Sladington here. We're on the bump of the hill here.
You're just before the mountain, aren't you?
Yeah, that's correct. We're not down in the city because you would never hear me. That's down the valley. We're on one of the humps.
But you're on the southern side of Blue Mountain, right?
Yeah, that's correct. South of the hole in the wall. Yeah, it's on the turnpike.
The hole in the wall. Okay, we'll say the tunnel. So you're before the tunnel.
Yeah, that's correct. catch the handle of the guy that was coming back to me there. That's a haul at Pottstown. Wow.
No, fisherman, I'm not in Pottstown.
Well, give him your 20.
How about that fisherman? You got a copy on a Spitfire?
Oh yeah, I got a copy on the Spitfire.
I'm on the just outside of Pottstown to the east of Pottstown in Limerick.
Okay, the other person's in Limerick, or you say you were?
Yeah, I'm in Limerick.
Okay, so you probably know I think it's, what was he called, the Ranger?
Oh yeah, Ranger lives a couple miles away from me. He's not too far.
Yeah, Roger, he's got a heck of a setup when he's talking. I hear him real good.
Yeah, well, I hear you real good down here, so it's no surprise.
Well, that's good to hear there. I think if I turn the beans on, you'd probably lose me.
Yeah, Ranger lives like 2 miles to the east of me.
Okay. Yeah, that's pretty far there. Yeah. Must be a good night.
Well, feel free to check in with us each and every week, 8 to 10 p.m. right here on Channel 13, the Classic Radio Roundup.
Okay, we'll do. A lot of times I sandbag because I can't hear everybody that well. But yeah, we drop in on occasion.
Yeah, 10-4. Well, you know, all you got to do is jump up and down a little bit, and there's a few stations out here will hear you for sure. Just got to get in there and keep making noise till somebody hears you.
Yeah, okay, I talked to, I guess it was Green Dog down that way?
Now, Green Dog is several miles to my northwest. He's out in Fleetwood area.
That's
I
right.
talked to him way back. I haven't heard him recently, though.
I was just talking to you, fisherman. Maybe you can hear me now. I had to switch radios.
Alright, that's the Green Dog then, okay.
10-4, Mr. Fisherman.
Hey, Roger, you got a good copy on you now. You turned the beans up.
Yeah, I just had to switch radios. Something with a little bit more power.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I can hear you good now. You were down there a little bit there before, but you gave me almost 3 bars here.
Yeah, 10-4, I got about the same on you. Sounded pretty good coming from Slatington.
Hey, Roger. Yeah, you're down, I guess you're down there around Boyertown or something?
I'm north of Reading, Fleetwood. I'm up on top of the hill.
Okay, I remember now. Greentown. Greenville, yeah, okay.
All right there, fisherman. I'm going on a beer run. 73s, take care of it.
Okay, Green Dog. We'll talk at you again.
I hear you there, son-in-law. You're in the grass. Hang on a second. Hey, fisherman, listen up for Maple Grove, 114.
Yeah, I heard him in there. I can hear him barely.
Oh, really?
Yeah, was that him there or was that you, Green Dog?
Okay, snatcher with the waves here, don't know.
Hey, Snatcher, where the heck are you at? Man, you're usually blasting me over here.
Up here between the mountainsides of New Ringgold, Baker.
Nah, the needle's going up now. You must be going up on the hill a little bit.
Between New Ringgold and Tomato.
Are you mobile? You're moving now.
Yeah, Roger, yep.
Yeah, Roger. It's been a while, so say hello to you.
Yes, sir, yeah, likewise, man. Good hearing you out here. I'm going to slide on back, let the channel roll on.
Okay, good hearing from you. Yeah, we'll just set them back and let it roll.
Man, we get a little heat wave and everybody comes out of the woodwork. Oh, hi, Buster. Hey, good evening. Right back. You're sounding good. Thank you, sir. Same way as you, too.
Yeah, you're making it down here to the volcano crater there, old 64.
Hello, father-in-law. What's going on?
What's going on, brother? How are you?
We're doing, man. Just staying warm.
Yeah, it's easier when it's around freezing than 20 degrees below it.
You ain't lying there, huh?
Yeah, I think we finally broke ourselves out of that deep freeze, man. I had enough of that.
I think yesterday was warmer only because the wind wasn't blowing. Up here, man, it was warmer by temperature, but man, it was cooler because it was windy up here all day.
It's windy down here right now.
Yeah, same up here. Hey, Roger on Maple Grove.
That's EO.
What's up, Joker? Good evening time to you, too.
Except that wasn't Joker.
In a minute, though.
Good evening there, Panty Snatcher. Nice to hear you again.
Right back.
It's all good, man. It's all good.
Who's that, Dave?
Yeah.
Good evening time to you, too.
Yeah, sound like you're down in the neighborhood now. You went from way in the mud to way up into the cherry patch.
God dang elevation, man. All elevation. But I'll be going right back down in the mud here in about a minute, so.
Oh, well. Nothing lasts forever.
Ain't that for sure.
The only thing that's forever is death and taxes.
And you'll never escape either one.
No. Not unless you well, you can escape taxes if you decide to live in the middle of the woods in a cabin somewhere.
Yeah, they'll find you.
Yeah, you still, when you buy stuff, you're going to pay sales tax, even if you're living in a van down by the river.
Yeah, so you wouldn't be able to buy anything. So you'd have to make everything or steal everything. Yeah, it'd be hard to evade all taxes. I mean, you can probably get away with income tax, things like that. You know, if you don't have any income, you can't get taxed on it.
Yeah, work under the table or steal everything.
Yeah.
I think there's people in Oregon doing that.
I know there's people in Oregon doing that.
I've seen whole villages of people that fit that description.
Oh yeah, and they come out of the woodwork on the weekends there when they have their big, street fests.
They don't pay any property taxes, but yet they get city services because in their little pop-up homeless villages with their tents and their campers, they get provided with porta potties.
Well, and when they commit crimes, they always have some rich benefactor somehow. No, it's true. They have some kind of rich guy bails all these homeless people out. You know, they have lawyer service, everything.
Yeah, they do. They got better legal representation than the rest of us.
It's because they're dedicated.
Oh, man.
That was a massive amount of audio. Yeah, lots and lots of audio. Good grief.
Oh, you want to start playing that game, do you?
No, I don't want to play that game. Just back the mic down a little bit.
Yeah, because I'm only halfway up.
Yeah, I just switched radios because I got tired of that beep noise in the background, and this radio's noise blanker takes it out, so. Woohoo! These guys run noise blankers? Not normally, no. But if they happen to work.
I never run one. Of course, I never need to.
Oh, no need to blank what you don't have. Right. That's the joys of living out in the burbs.
Yeah, out here in the volcano crater. It ain't the greatest, but it sure is the quietest.
Yeah, well, this is the burbs too, but unfortunately, it's too densely populated.
Yeah, my nearest neighbor is 300 yards away.
Yeah, I wish I could say that. I could when I first moved here, but, then everything filled in.
Man, oh man.
And I only have two neighbors, one on either side. Nobody in front, nobody in back.
May not be easy hearing them out there. Yeah, you gotta strain your ears a little bit, because they're pretty far from us.
Yeah, because it amplifies the noise as well.
Man, up here in the mountains, I don't even know who my neighbor is.
Yeah, that's the best place to be.
The squirrel maybe, or the deer, right?
That's about it.
Sometimes that's a good thing. So you fall down the steps and you can't get up. And you can't get to the phone.
I hit my life alert button.
I've fallen, and I can't get up.
Yeah, pretty soon that's going to be true and not funny.
Yeah, I know. All those years we made fun of that. Pretty soon it'll be us. Oh, no.
Remember that pipe buster, the clapper to turn the lights on?
See you later, Top Gun. Good hearing from you.
What's that?
Good night there, Top Gun. Thanks for popping in on the Classic Radio Roundup.
You know who that was, little Top Gun down here in Maple Grove?
That was indeed the Top Gun. I guess he hit the switch.
Yeah, Roger.
Yeah, hit the big switch.
It's only 27 miles from me to Slatington. I guess that's down in the hole. He said he's up on the bump. 27.3 miles.
Holy.
Fisherman.
He's still south of Slatington yet.
So then he's probably a little closer to me.
Yeah. Not by much.
Where exactly is Slatington? What major highway is that near?
309, 873.
309 and 73.
873.
873.
It's 35 miles away from me to Slatington, but it's going to take me an hour and 5 minutes to drive there.
Right? That always baffles me.
Well, traffic is what it is.
It's almost straight north from me.
Yeah, he's north-northeast from me.
I could just barely hear him through the noise.
I guess I'm the guy in the middle because you guys sound really good and he sounds really good.
Nickel in the middle.
So that makes you the pivot man.
Yeah, no.
The pivot man?
Oh, you don't want to be the pivot man.
If you're in the middle, that makes you the pivot man.
Or in truckers' terms, that makes him the rocking chair.
The monkey in the middle.
Left nut, right nut.
Where are you at right now, son-in-law?
Right now, New Ringgold.
Ringo's.
New Ringgold. 895, 309.
Okay.
New Ringgold is 37 miles from me.
Hey, I'm just up here, New Ringgold Andrews. I'm on the north side of the Appalachian Trail where it goes across here on 309.
Well, to get to New Ringgold proper, the town, 37 miles away, an hour and 10 minutes.
Look up Andrews. I'm closer to that.
I see it right here. Yeah, that's 9 on my meter.
He's up on the hill.
Yeah, you're doing really well right now from whatever spot you're at.
10-4.
I can hear him now.
Yeah, I like riding around up there, that 443 and that 885 roads and 890, what is it, 895? Man, that's all good riding up there.
Well, that's where I'm at, 895 and, 895 and 309, that's right where I'm at. I'm sitting up here next to the West Penn GMRS repeater.
That's Snyder's at 895 and 309.
Well, that's where I'm at, right here by the, not too far from the Easy Mart.
Yeah, I know exactly where you are. Yep, I've been there. That's all good motorcycle riding in the summertime up that way.
I'm not finding 309.
Put in the town of Snyder's. S-N-Y-D-E-R-S.
How about it down there? You got a copy on 114 or Top Gun up here in Maple Grove?
Yeah, I hear you, yeah. What's going on? Hey, what's going on there, neighbor?
I got a copy on you now. I had to switch radios, but yeah, I got a copy on you. Top Gun up here in the Grove.
You're right on Top Gun, panty snatcher with the way right back.
What's going on, Danny Snatcher? How you doing?
We're doing all right. Trying to stay warm, you know. How about yourself? How you doing down there around the Maple Grove?
Hey, not bad, not bad. I talked to you a couple weeks ago in the pickup truck. Coming up 176. I hear you in the morning there on the 19th.
Yeah, you're on your way to work, aren't you?
Gosh, I was out getting parts.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I know you're in the mobile, yep. I think Sniper was in there, too.
Yeah, 10-4.
Hey, Roger, good hearing you, Jake. I thought maybe you guys packed it all up. I don't hear you guys no more, but good hearing you out there.
Miles from me there, Panty Snatcher. So you're probably, I don't know, 27, 28 to Top Gun Air Mile.
Hey, Roger that. Now, you guys, when you're on Google Maps, is that road miles? Because you can change it and do air miles.
No, I'm on an app.
Okay, Google Maps got air miles, or Google Earth, you can do air miles.
Yeah, you just draw a line.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah, I'm probably going by road miles.
Well, RF doesn't travel by the roads.
Oh, sometimes it might.
Only if it's lost.
Wants to take the scenic route.
Yeah, it might be one to be rolling electrical balls down the road or something.
Yeah, what's that ball lightning stuff?
It's lightning with balls.
Yeah. Manly lightning. It's got balls.
That like follows wires and fences and stuff?
I don't want to say it's aliens, but it's aliens.
As long as it doesn't hit my antenna, I don't care.
We're all about. Back in World War, what was that, II? Yeah. Oh, I thought maybe you were talking about the musical group. No. Come on, Bagger. You know about the Foo Fighters. They were flying the planes and then they were chasing those balls of light around. You UFOs, man.
Or was it ancient technology that they found down around Antarctica?
Nah, it was something they dug up from Indiana Jones, you know. Temple of Doom or something.
They found the lost ark.
Yeah, it's the Ark of the Covenant.
No, that's on Oak Island.
Oh, don't get me started.
They'll never find that treasure.
Yeah, that's right. Bitebuster's a conspiracy theorist.
Well, I think we all are to some degree.
Yeah, I only believe the probable conspiracy theories. The rest of them are nonsense.
So it's proven.
Yeah, just give it a couple years, right, Bitebuster?
That's right.
Yeah, they said I was far right, but I'm right so far.
Yeah.
Yep, it's all results oriented. Doesn't matter the way you get to it, as long as the result is the same.
Well, if you're repeating the same thing over and over and looking for different results, that's the definition of insanity.
Yeah, well, there's one party that keeps doing that.
Yeah, they keep insisting that communism only didn't work because it wasn't tried right.
And that's full circle back around to Oak Island, right? Those guys kept trying and got the same results.
Oh no, they're just making money now, you know, getting people to the island and all that stuff, charging them money.
Right, to keep the show going, you know.
Yeah, but they're trying different stuff in different places.
I heard they finally found something. Isn't that true?
Well, I heard they did too, but I haven't seen it on the show yet.
Listen, one guy, he like basically strip mined the whole freaking island. He didn't find anything. Come on.
You and me, Top Gun, I've been watching it since day one, and they have found, maybe they haven't found the treasure yet, but they've found some pretty cool stuff that sort of in of itself can rewrite North American history. Because, you know, how does some of this stuff wind up on this island? It's just found nowhere else in North America.
Yeah, Knights Templar.
Yeah, well, they found the coconut leaves and stuff that only came from down in the Caribbean. And what the hell are they doing up here on the shores? And all kinds of weird stuff.
Yeah, like already they found a half a dozen Roman coins. They found that lead cross that they isotope traced back to a lead mine in France that they stopped mining out of in, like, you know, the year 1200.
Yeah, it's pretty neat shit, but I think the treasure's gone. Somebody already got it, and they're just picking up the residue.
The government.
I'm trying to keep an open mind. I've always thought the treasure's already been picked out of there. But yet those soil samples or those water samples from down the Money Pit that keep coming up with high concentrations of gold and silver in the water that isn't natural, it's kind of hard to dispute that.
Well, I guess we'll have to keep watching.
Yeah, that's why they stretch it out so much, you know, to keep us watching.
Well, they gotta make money somehow to keep paying for all this stuff that they're doing.
I'll talk at you later. Top Gun, here, me and Peru, I'm gone.
Keep watching, Top Gun. Keep the faith.
Yeah. Keep... Stay hooked like a fish.
Yeah, hook, line, and sinker, right?
My wife is like, oh, look, they found more wood.
Oh.
Some of the stuff they do find is pretty interesting. It is a little bit head-scratching.
As long as no more people have died.
Well, according to legend, one more must die. They tell you that at every opening credit.
Yeah, but they've been filming there for how long? And nobody croaked yet.
I haven't found the treasure yet. But I don't know, a couple of them have died of old age during the show's running. Then shouldn't that count?
Oh. I guess it all depends on who wrote the curse.
Yeah, I want to know where that came from.
Yeah, I mean, a couple of the guys that started out the show, they've died of old age.
Well, maybe it's a curse, right? So we'll say it's a curse, and it's got to be caused by booby trap.
Well, who says? I mean, who? See, they don't even know who buried the treasure. How do they know that somebody cursed it? I mean, come on. Hey, where does this curse come from that says what the curse is and how many must die? I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it sells. That's the kind of stuff that keeps people watching. Ooh, there's a curse involved.
Yeah, but who made up the curse? And if you made up the curse, well, you must know something about it.
So, you know,
If you don't know nothing about it, why'd you make up the curse? Oh, to sell tickets.
Yeah. Keep people watching. Keep the ratings high. And so the money keeps rolling in. Yeah, give them bread. We'll give them a circus.
They're actually keeping me interested just from the archaeological finds in of itself.
It definitely is a money pit.
Yeah, and I agree with you there, Pete. The treasure is secondary. I like the archaeological and the historical findings that challenge, some of our existing, what we think is history.
Yeah, that's what keeps me interested. I mean, just the fact that they've all but proven that the Vikings had been on that island. I mean, they've all but proven it.
Well, I think pretty much, I won't say everybody, but a lot of people now are saying that the Vikings were in North America long before Columbus was.
Well, that's a proven fact in of itself, just from that settlement they've got in La Anse Meadows or whatever it's called up there, north of them. That's proven, archaeological proven fact that the Norwegians made it to Canada.
Yeah, but they're Canadians. Take off, eh?
Talking about.
I mean, we know they made it to Iceland or Greenland. We know the Vikings made it to Greenland without a doubt. And ain't that far from Greenland to that part of Nova Scotia that La Anse Meadows, whatever the hell it's called, with the Viking settlement. That's proven archaeological fact.
Yep.
Can't say them freaking French words. Why they gotta name it something French after freaking Vikings?
Damn fucking dang old French Vikings.
Uh-oh, you got one demerit from Mrs. Train.
Yeah. The train's not in here, so you might get away with it. Oui. On the floor. Oh, not again.
Yeah, the archaeological standpoint at this point is what keeps me coming back, whether they find a treasure or not. There's some pretty cool finds on that island that, shouldn't be there.
I get a kick out of the Australian guy with his metal detector.
Yeah, it was top pocket finds. I like his daughter.
Well, I haven't seen her.
Oh, yeah, he's got a cute daughter. She's on there with a metal detector now. Gary Drayden. What the hell's her name? She's a Drayden, too, but I can't remember her name.
I guess she's the booby trap.
Yeah, she's cute. All those stuff going through the swamp and whatnot. Like, you know, I mean, the same architectural structure as like Roman-built roads and stuff. I mean, come on. Who builds this stuff? For why? There's got to be a reason. The format of the show drives me nuts with the stop with the repeats. I've been watching since season 1. Stop repeating yourself.
What, are they just mixing in old episodes again?
No, they always got to rehash everything like it's the first time you ever heard it.
They got to have enough content for each series.
That was a double.
I said they got to have enough content for the series to show one little thing that comes up, you know, up out of the ground.
Yes, still in time.
Yeah, but they don't need to do that. They make like 25 episodes a season. Just give me 12 episodes without doubling up on the content.
We get paid by the episode, so.
Yeah, the sponsors won't like that.
So I just looked up Oak Island metal detector girl. Yeah, they got 100 pictures here with her posing with her little metal detector.
She's cute, ain't she?
Oh, yeah.
Definitely a booby trap then.
She found something cool recently. What the hell was it? I don't know. I can't remember now. But recently, last couple episodes, she found something really pretty cool. I forget what the hell it was. Yeah, the old memory trap ain't like what it used to be.
No.
Just the fact of finding Roman coins on that island blows my mind. And some of those Roman coins they found are literally 2,000 years old. I'm like, how's a 2,000-year-old Roman coin wind up in a North American island?
They were planted there.
Our history is definitely not what we've been taught.
Yeah, that's another conspiracy theory. It was all planted there just to throw everybody off.
Well, then they had that newsmatist, I can't say that word either, newsmatist or whatever, coin expert. Sandy something his name is. They had him on there, and I always learn a little something. So, like, Roman coins were actually, legal tender or whatever, or in exchange, monetary exchange, up until about the 15th century. They were common to be used. They're like, the Roman Empire had been dead for 800 years, but yet they're still using their money. I thought that was pretty fascinating.
Well, you take those Spanish doubloons, right?
Oh, I'd take anything. I just find it odd, or interesting, not odd, but interesting, that Roman coinage was still in common use as currency 800 years after the fall of the Roman Empire.
Well, it's like waiting for things to change around here.
Yeah, like potholes on 422. It'll be 800 years before that fixes itself.
See?
Well, Bitebuster knows what I'm interested in this stuff. Just this was a while ago. I was like, let me go on eBay and see what they have. So I bought a Roman bronze coin from the Constantine era, just because I was like, it'd be cool to have something that old. And it really wasn't expensive at all. Apparently, they're quite plentiful.
Yeah, and the Roman Empire died 1,500 years ago?
Yeah, I forget when let me look up when Constantine was.
Yeah, basically the end of the Roman Empire was somewhere around 500 AD, give or take.
The Constantine era was roughly 306 to 337 CE.
Yeah, so it's a 1,700-year-old coin. It's just amazing that their coinage is still hanging around. and was used in common currency for 1,000 years after they die. You know, the empire went away. It's amazing to me.
Yeah, I bought it because I wanted something that old that a human made. You know, you can go out in your backyard and, well, you got your boulders. You know, you can pick up a rock that's who knows how old it is.
No, I agree. Yeah, that's way cool. I got a couple of Roman coins for the same reason that I bought years ago when I was over in Europe. And I bought them for the same damn reason. I'm like, you could still buy Roman coins? And, yeah, I didn't even know you could. And, like, affordably.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Interesting.
My next purchase is going to be something a little bit bigger than a coin, but I haven't put a cap on what I'm willing to spend.
I wouldn't mind owning a Roman villa.
Yeah, my boss has a Roman lantern. It looks like a genie lantern in a way, without like a handle or anything. But if you put oil and a wick in it, you could still use it.
But you wouldn't want to because it's an artifact.
Yeah, they made things just about 2,000 years ago that are still useful. We build things that don't last 25 years.
That's because it wasn't made in China.
Well, Rome wasn't built in a day. Now that's what blew me away when I was down in Malta, just seeing the ancient historical stuff. It was pretty amazing.
Yeah, I visited Rome. I was in the Roman Forum. You know, they got buildings standing there that are over 2,000 years old.
Yeah, that kind of history stuff really intrigues me.
Yeah, if these people were wandering around, this was the center of the world 2,000 years ago, and a lot of their stuff is still standing.
No, that's because the aliens built it.
I think the aliens built the pyramids.
You never know.
Like, could we build the pyramids today with the same precision? I don't know.
Yeah, we could with the proper power tools and laser-guided measurements, and we could certainly do it. But none of that stuff was allegedly available to the primitive people of the time. Yet they did it. So,
Well, you just further stated my case. You know, the precision that the thing was built. You know, they didn't have the tools that we have, and yet they did it.
Allegedly.
well, maybe they were just better engineers then. They learned to work with less.
Well, you know, a square, you could do a lot with a square, I guess.
I don't remember what it's called. Like the Forever Rock or it's a art sculpture kind of thing that these guys did, and it's half the size of one of the blocks that's used in the pyramid, and they showed what it took just to move that. And then you're thinking these guys with wood rollers and ropes moved that stuff.
No way.
You never know.
Crap.
Well, I mean, take it on a smaller scale, even. You know, the Stonehenge is pretty ancient. You know, that's even, you know, in the same time frame or whatever. It's a couple thousand plus years old. And the stones came from 1,000 miles away. And they're just like, you know, big heavy stones. Like, how the hell they move them things?
And the statues on Easter Island, how'd they get there?
People were bigger in those days.
Do you ever see some of the low water levels overseas? Some of the stuff that they're finding, like Bite Butcher just said about them being bigger. You know, stairwells that are 6 foot tall or so. You know, like why would they make a stairwell that tall per step?
For people who are bigger than we are.
Yeah, there be giants.
Hey, they discovered in these Indian burial grounds, they discovered bone sets of people who were 7 feet tall. all the people in the burial ground were 7 feet tall.
They must have had better vitamins back then.
There was some of that found out in western PA area.
Yeah, they were eating all those woolly mammoths.
Did you guys ever hear of Coral Castle down in Florida?
Oh yeah, in Tackle.
Yeah, supposedly that guy did all that by himself with his magic box that disappeared.
Yep, that was built by one man.
Oh, yeah, I remember hearing about that Joker. Wasn't that kind of closely tied in with Nikola Tesla as well?
Well, I was going to say Nikola Tesla. Now that's just opening it up another complete door of what people consider conspiracies and the stuff that guy figured out. But yeah, this guy down at the Coral Castle, they say he figured out how to make levitation, and that's how he was able to do everything.
It's all about frequency.
27.115 on your AM radio dial.
Yeah, speaking of frequency,
Harnessing the Aether.
And the number 3. If you look up, Nikola Tesla always said there was powers in the number of 3.
I believe that. Because people would ask me questions at work, and I'd say the answer's 3.
That's why we're on Channel 13.
No, I would say ask 3, then me.
I hope you weren't an accountant there.
Counting the 1, counting the 2, counting the 3.
What's the deficit? 3?
1, 2,
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, next time you do a station identification, you got to do it all in the count voice.
27.115 on your AM dial.
Classic.
nice.
Isolate that clip. Let's make it a constant.
Yeah, I need to put that on my sounding board.
The ringtone.
Hey, Bagger, you ever think about reaching out to Sesame Street? You could become the new Count. Oh, jeez.
Did you see your mother? La la la. Oh, that was a double. Don't touch Elmo there. La la la. Oh, boy.
Kermit Steve Frog here.
Oh, Kermit the Frog. How about Snuffleupagus show? Oh, boy.
Can he do Snuffleupagus?
No.
He doesn't exist. Only Big Bird sees him.
La la la. What about Grover? Super Grover.
Super Grover. That's like Pete with his super look.
Super Grover.
And just think all the entertainment people are missing out not being on Channel 13 tonight.
Yeah, who said we're a bunch of stuffed shirt old farts?
You guys aren't reading my blog, are you?
Oh, you have a blog? Of course you do.
Nah, just joking.
Because you're the Joker.
Ah, that rhymes. Oh wait, no, that doesn't rhyme.
No, but it kind of fits.
If it fits, it sticks.
Or as my cats say, if I fits, I sit.
And if you didn't fit, you must have quit.
So I heard talking about getting back to that kidnapping. I heard they found a black glove. I hope OJ's not at it again.
Well, he's dead, so you can't talk about him.
You beat me to it.
Oh, that's right. He did. Yeah, I forgot he passed.
Or did he?
No, mercy for you guys. And here's what I can't figure. All these, like, it pops up on my news break. I don't know where news break came from, but it's on my phone. All these rock idols, movie stars, people of, of fame, they're all popping up dead. I wonder why that is. Is it because of something to do with the Epstein list or what?
No, you make a deal with the devil, you wind up dead early, but you get your fame. And, oh hell, you threw me off track. Elvis and OJ are hanging out in Vegas together. That's where he is.
I tell you though, it's been quite a lot lately, and they're not really old people.
That's what I'm saying. When people die young, famous, and rich, they made a deal with the devil to get famous and rich, but then they're dead when they're young.
Well, then there's the other deal, too, where, like, okay, they signed their soul off for immortality or whatever. They did their deeds to get that fame, right? And then they disappear, they died or whatever. But then here comes this up and rising star, like they did it with Robin Williams. There's this guy that's pointing out similarities in between two different people, or what we know as two different people, but they look pretty identical.
Well, Robin Williams, he rose on talent alone. I don't think he made the deal with the devil, because he would have lived a lot longer than he did, and he didn't die young.
No, and I'm sure all that cocaine back in the day didn't help. Although, if he didn't stop, maybe he'd still be going.
He didn't die young, but he did take his own life, and yeah, maybe if he kept on doing the coke, he'd have been happier.
Or did he take his own life? That's the thing. Well, cameras went blank. Epstein's dead. Nobody knows nothing.
Yeah, that's a little bit like hard to swallow that pill too. That Epstein killed himself, and the cameras just happened to go out. Get out of here with the cameras just happened to go out. I'm not buying it.
In a jail cell where all provisions like sharp objects, stuff like that. I mean, okay, did he really have bed sheets? How did he hang himself? Was it with his own, duds from the county? Was it the county blues that he hung himself? Come on, man.
Yeah, they take your shoelaces. You got no belt. He was on freaking suicide watch. They didn't do a very good job of watching his suicide, did they? Yeah, I'm not buying it. I think the Clintons had something to do with that.
I was just going to say that. Oh, Hillary came stomping in there and said, "Come on, Jeff, let's go." Another victim of the Hillary hit squad.
Wait a minute now. Who was the guy that everybody went hunting for back in the war days there? They found him one night and kidnapped him at his home in the middle of the desert, and then next thing you know, he had a burial at sea. Did anyone ever see that body?
Bin Laden.
That's right.
Well, if you want to get into conspiracy theories, look into like Chris Cornell. What's his name from? Forget the singer's name. Anthony Bourdain. A lot of those guys were going to start doing some releasing. Well, some of them were filming documentaries about all the stuff that's going on, and they're dead.
Yeah, look up Isaac Cappy too. He was outright just putting them on blast, naming them, and then saying what they were into and all that stuff. And then sure enough, he's dead.
Oh, there's a couple of suicides. 2 shots to the back of the head, but it was suicide.
Don't know how he did it.
Man, this is one for the Guinness Book of World Records.
You know, how do you have 2 bullet holes to the back of your head, but it's ruled suicide? Give me a break.
Yeah, how do you get the second shot off?
It was an accident.
Yeah, there was a Clinton hit squad.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, just ask Vince Foster. No.
Who was McAfee? John McAfee? McAfee? I was just watching something on that tonight. Yeah, he even stated, I would never kill myself, whatever. And then he disappeared.
Oh, the guy with the antivirus?
Yeah, yep. Look him up. Research the end of his life. Uh-huh.
Yeah, he probably wouldn't do the bleach on Hillary Clinton's private server.
Well, what he did was after the government shook him down, he donated a bunch of laptops with, I don't know, spyware or anti-spyware or whatever, and ended up receiving all this information, all the crooked stuff that the government was doing.
They're all crooks.
Well, let me tell you, I am not a crook.
Well, Harry Truman had it right. You show me a politician who got rich, I'll show you a crook.
Yeah, and Pelosi, you know, all that insider trading and, you know, hell yeah. How do you get in there, you know, a lot of them politicians on a salary, and then all of a sudden, 2-3 years into it, and they're worth millions.
Oh yeah, look at Ilhan Omar and AOC. You know, they've only been in a few years, and they're millionaires on $175,000 a year.
Multi-millionaires.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Train, but a bunch of know-nothing twats up in our legislation, they don't belong there. They gotta go.
How do you become a multi-millionaire in like under 10 years on $175,000 a year? Tell me.
Yeah, right? Certainly ain't the book tour.
Stock market.
Yeah, if you're in power to change legislation, you shouldn't be allowed in the stock market.
There should be term limits. In and out. Bring in some of the younger generation. Let them play around. Well, maybe not, maybe slightly younger a little bit. I don't know.
Well, I'm all for the term limits.
Absolutely.
If term limits were good enough for a president, for the reasoning that they gave the president term limits, it should be good for all of them.
Yeah, 100% agreed there, Pete.
Absolute power corrupts absolutely. And you have it for too long, you're going to be absolutely corrupt.
Absolutely effed.
What gets me is they vote on their own rules that affect them. That's what gets me.
Oh yeah. They vote on their own rules, so they're certainly not going to vote on a rule to cut off their own income. You know, especially when they could vote themselves a raise.
Well, I think if they're drumming up these rules, they shouldn't be allowed to vote on them.
You mean make money from them?
Well, see, just like Nancy said there, you gotta pass the legislation so you can know what's in it.
And redact everything you don't want the people to see. Or how about that passing that crap off in the middle of the night where, you know, most people are sleeping or whatever? That's another bunch of malarkey there.
Well, the Obamacare one was the one that got me. You gotta pass it to know what's in it, because you won't tell us what's in it. Well, you gotta pass it so you know what's in it. No, I want to know what's in it before I pass it.
Yeah, because we the people would not have voted for that crap. And what's the deal with Obama passing the bill that is legal to, hold on, what is that? Broadcast, not conspiracy, what the damn bagger, help me out here.
What are you talking about?
Propaganda, that's the word I was looking for. Obama put it into law that the U.S. is now legally allowed to broadcast propaganda.
Oh, Oh, yeah, I think they're worded that a little differently. It's like, they're not required to be honest or something like that.
Right. And it all started then. I feel like it's been going on, but now it's just so in your face and blatantly apparent that, you know, you'd have to be pretty dumb to not be able to see it.
Well, that's more than half the people in the country, apparently.
Yeah, the ones who vote for Democrats.
Yeah, don't underestimate the amount of dumb people in the country.
Well, you know, with all the fluoride and all that other garbage in the water and all this, you know, 5G radiation we got going on, carrying these little smartphones in our pockets and on our persons all day, every day, that doesn't help either.
Well, we got a Supreme Court justice, and most of the Democrat Party cannot even define what a woman is. But they want to define all kinds of other things, but they can't even define a simple anatomy question that any second grader in science class could answer.
He's almost there.
If anything should go down in history as being the most idiotic thing ever discussed on TV, that would be it right there.
Bagger. Pete has risen to that level.
Yeah, it would seem that way, wouldn't it?
I heard you.
It's just before shut-off hour, too.
Cantankerous.
Hey, grab a hold of that taxi wheel and steer it towards the cliff. I'm on board.
Has been breached, and the car is careening down the side of the hill at breakneck speed, heading for the ravine at the bottom, and a fiery crash soon awaits.
Yep, and that's me behind the wheel.
So is this what you're talking about? Oh. Now it won't play. Never mind.
So, Pete, are you Thelma or Louise?
Oh, I ain't that dumb.
Now, what's the sound that they would always play on the Star Trek ship? It's like, whoop, whoop, whoop.
Oh, I was Brad Pitt in that movie.
There it is.
Uh-oh, red alert, battle stations.
If that doesn't wake you up.
Battle stations. All hands man your battle stations. Up and forward, starboard, down and aft to port. Now man your battle stations.
So since you were in that service, did they actually go through routines where they make you practice that kind of stuff?
Oh my God, yeah. Well, we were at battle stations like all the time for drills. Like almost always. Now set condition zebra throughout the ship.
You guys had zebras on your ship?
No, we have condition zebra. So all doors and fittings are labeled with a letter. X, Y, and Z. And X, when you're under X condition, basically all fittings are open. And you go to Y condition, all the X-ray fittings are closed, or doors. You go to zebra, everything is buttoned up. All doors, all hatches, all fittings, closed up. Air and everything. It's all closed up. And you cannot breach a fitting without prior authorization from the bridge. So when you're in your space, the door is closed, you can't open it. That's battle stations.
So hopefully you don't get caught behind the wrong door.
No, you better be at your battle station because you have to report manned and ready to the bridge in under 10 to 2 minutes. everybody has to be at battle stations, no matter the size of the ship, aircraft carriers. You got to get from wherever you are to wherever you need to be in under 2 minutes. And if you ain't there, you got some splaining to do, Lucy.
So what if you're like at the front of at the bow of the battleship, and your battle station's at the stern of the battleship, and the only way to get there is up one stair, down another stair, and across this gangway, and blah blah blah. It's just physically possible to get there in 2 minutes.
Well, guess what? It is, and you'll be going down and aft. To go aft, down and aft to port, up and forward starboard. So if you're going aft, down and aft, you're going down on the port side of the ship. So down and aft is port, up and forward starboard. That's the way you travel through the ship. Down and aft, starboard. I'm sorry. Down and aft port, up and forward starboard. That's how you travel. So everybody's running in the same direction.
I know I had trouble getting from some classes to another in high school because they were at the opposite ends of the building on opposite floors, and we were only given like 2 or 3 minutes to change classes, and sometimes it was like a tough thing to do. Not for lack of trying, but it's just physics and all that.
Well, that may be so, but I was on an aircraft carrier with 4,500 people on it. We went to general quarters. If we weren't manned and ready in under 2 minutes, you started all over and you did it again. So you did. Dude, I'm telling you, everybody was where they needed to be in under 2 minutes.
Yeah, I got a question. You'll probably know what this is, Pete.
Listening.
I'm sure you know what a hook point is, right?
A hook point?
Yeah, they're called hook points.
I wasn't a deck ape. I was in engineering.
Oh, okay. It's a piece of the plane that hangs out. That's what grabs that line.
Oh, the tail hook. It's not called a hook point. It's called the tail hook.
My buddy who's on an aircraft carrier right now gave me one, and he calls it a hook point.
Well, maybe that's the new Navy. The new Navy's been sissified. But, it's still okay. It's still the best Navy in the world, but they've been sissified from when I was in. They're tail hooks. Aircraft, when they hit the arresting gear, which is the wire, they catch it with a tail hook.
Yeah, that's what I've heard it called, too.
You ever watch Top Gun? It's called a tail hook.
Another question, Pete.
Go ahead there, Brightbuster.
Is everyone allowed to have a sidearm?
No one has a sidearm, except Marines and officers. That's it.
What the heck?
Who am I gonna shoot, dude? I'm on board ship.
It's like pirates that jump on the ship.
Yeah. Good luck getting within like 10,000 yards of an aircraft carrier. Good luck.
I don't know. I just Googled it, and I'm on a website, and it's a tail hook shaft, hook point. The hook point's the actual thing that grabs it.
Alright, well, I never heard it called a hook point. And I was on an aircraft carrier, but I didn't play with aircraft. But I always have known it as a tail hook. So any of that other nomenclature is probably best known to the aviation boatswain's mates, which I was not one of.
Yeah, he's one of the deck guys that does the flagging or the waving, or he actually never told me exactly what he does.
Call the ball. Make sure you call the ball.
Well, you got to ask him, was he a yellow shirt, a red shirt, a purple shirt, or what other color? Green shirt? I say yellow. And all the guys up on the flight deck, they all had different color shirts that denoted what their job was.
Yeah, the red shirts always die.
The purple shirts, they call them the grapes. They call them grapes. They were the refueling people.
Never beam down to an unknown planet wearing a red shirt, because you're going to die.
Yeah, well, that happened to everybody wearing a red shirt on Star Trek.
That's right.
I'm asking him right now, see if he gets back to me.
Is he on deck, an aircraft carrier?
Yeah, I think he's on deck.
So ask him what color his shirt is.
Yeah, I just sent him a message, see if he gets back to me.
Hopefully it's not rainbow colored.
Yeah, I think if he had a rainbow-colored shirt, he'd be thrown overboard.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Well, back in your day, definitely, but, who knows now? You might be celebrating.
Yeah, you're right about that. Standards have changed.
How does that cell signal work when you're out at sea?
There was no cell phones when I was on board, but I know that I could pick up shortwave radio.
Heck, back in the day, they used to water ski behind aircraft carriers.
You certainly could. 30, 35 knots, yeah, you can certainly water ski behind that.
I've seen videos of guys doing that. You just don't want to jump the wake.
Sure that wasn't AI?
No, this was long before AI was invented.
Yeah, well, you do 35 knots. I mean, I'm sure you can water ski behind that. I never seen it happen, though.
You don't have to do 35. You can get away with 20 or 25.
Oh, that's just a standard bell.
Yeah, so, Of course, I don't know how they pulled it off, because when you're water skiing, you usually have to wait, and then the ship's got to go, and I'm sure an aircraft carrier doesn't pull you right out of the water as quickly as a small boat would, but I guess it'll build up speed if you can hang on long enough.
Yeah, it doesn't accelerate like a speedboat. I mean, you can get the props spinning up to speed pretty quick, but it takes a little bit of time for the rest of the ship to catch up.
Yeah, meantime, you're throwing a hell of a lot of froth behind you. You're going to need a very long rope.
Yeah, 20 knots was a standard bell. 30 knots and above was a flank bell.
What made you want to go into the Navy anyway?
Because that's where men go to become men.
Yeah, because Navy gets the gravy and the Army gets the beans.
Yeah, woman in every port and all that.
I could never make it in the Navy with my seasickness. Oh, God.
Well, there's plenty of people I met in the Navy that never served on a ship. Most of them were Airedales, but there were other jobs. And I guess it would depend on what Airedale you were, because plenty of Airedales get thrown on aircraft carriers. But still, I've met people in the Navy that never been on a ship. You can go in the Seabees, the construction battalion. They would never go on ships ever.
Yeah, boy, I'll tell you. Motion sickness madness, man.
Well, he didn't get back to me. It'll be an answer or a question I answer next week. All right, guys, I want to pull the plug here. You guys have a good rest of your week.
Yeah, you can find out by Sunday night. Join us on Sunday night.
Yeah, I should be around Sunday night.
You running the gate tonight, Joker?
That I am. I'm going to pull the plug, download it on the computer, and hopefully get it up tomorrow morning sometime. Or tomorrow after work.
It's nice having two gates, Different perspective.
Yeah, 10-4.
Good night, Joker.
Good night, one and all. I guess what? We have, man, my brain went out the window there.
Yeah, it happens. It's going to happen more frequently, so get used to it.
Man, I don't know if I can afford that. All right, guys. You guys have a good one.
Yeah, I think I'm going to do the same thing. It's time to pull the old plug, and I got an early appointment tomorrow. Another fine doctor's appointment, and we'll do this again next week. Same bad time and channel. 27.115. On your AM dial.
All right. Well, I guess I'm going to bail out right behind you and say 7-3, and thanks for all the participation. on the Classic Radio Roundup. And look for my Video Gate tomorrow morning, the same place, same time, same place, sometime tomorrow, whatever. You know where. 7-3, countywide.
All right, later, guys. We're going as well.